Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Shifting Tones, the podcast with nerdy tones and shifting formats. Today, I am your host, Sam. That's right, I am your host, as always, because I am the best. Just kidding. Our hosts shift just like the formats. And joining me today are my two co-hosts / competitor / friend / spouse and not spouse, Larissa.
Hello.
And Steph.
Hello.
That sounded like a very sad hello, Steph.
Well, it wasn't trying to be a sad one. It was just a simple hello.
That's fair, giving the people what they want. So this past weekend, I got to play some new board games and bought a board game. And yeah, it was a very fun board game filled weekend, actually.
What'd you buy?
I bought a copy of, there's like multiples in this, I guess, multiple expansions of this game. This one is Epic Spell Wars Battle Wizards. It's a goofy game with goofy, silly cards that are kind of funny. And what you do is you have a hand of cards and you play 3 down to make a spell and try to defeat your opponents or help yourself. It sounds like, I don't know, kind of complicated, but it's really not. It's very simple, very fun. I've played a version of it in the past and really enjoyed it, so I bought it. So I'm excited to play that some more.
Never heard of it in my whole life.
But didn't you play it?
Me?
No, Steph never played it. No. It was me, Steph's fiance, and our other friends. We played it.
Wasn't Steph there when we went to the brunch place that one time?
Am I crazy?
No, we didn't play that game there when we were there.
Oh, you're right. We brought it out. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm mixing a lot of experiences together.
I was like, did I do something that I don't remember?
Hey, Steph, remember all those games you played?
Yeah, right.
You definitely played them.
Sorry, I just had a senior moment there. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm in an alternate universe.
No, I was like, damn, maybe I did play it. I'm not sure.
No, but yeah, no, it was really fun. Also played a couple new games at a buddy's house. Just had a fun weekend just playing games. That's what I like to do on my weekends if I'm not busy helping out at one of Larissa's art shows or, you know, having to do some adult things. But speaking of Larissa's art shows, how are you doing, Steph?
I'm good. I've been busy. Kind of rude to Larissa for that. But no, I've been busy. I feel like my days never end, and I feel like they pass by too quickly. But yeah, like a little bit ago, I went to a wedding for my fiance's family friend, got married, and went to that wedding. It was very nice. Now, let me tell you something about weddings that I find super odd, right? Is that when they say all the single ladies for the bouquet toss,
right.
I'm like in a committed relationship. I wouldn't call myself single, but apparently to everybody else, it just only refers to if you're unmarried.
Correct.
So to me, I feel so awkward. I'm like, I don't belong here.
I think a lot of times the reason they do that, at least the reason we did it at our wedding, is because we didn't have a lot of like single friends there to do a bouquet toss, but it's such a fun tradition. So we're like, okay, anybody who's unmarried, just so that it fills the room a little bit more, it's a little bit more fun, because otherwise you don't want like 2 or 3 people standing out there awkwardly and being like, yeah, I'm single.
I get that. That's fair. But like, I also just feel like, oh, but I'm in a committed relationship. Like, it doesn't feel like I should be up there.
It's fair.
But yeah, at this wedding, I had this lady cut in front of me for the bouquet. People push.
What?
Listen, okay, here's the story. They're like, okay, it's the bouquet toss time. Mm-hmm. And then they pushed me up. All the family members, they're like, go, you're unmarried. It's your turn. Go up there. And I'm like, oh God, I wasn't going to go. But then they forced me into it. So I'm standing there awkwardly on my own. I don't know anybody around me. You know, one of those situations where I barely know anybody there. And I'm just standing there awkwardly. And all of a sudden, this like middle-aged woman comes. She's standing off to the side of me. And then she just sidestepped right directly in front of me. And this lady's tall. And I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. I'm not really all, you know, gung-ho. Let's catch this flower. You know, let's catch this thing. No. And then what happens is that it bounced off of her arms when she had them up and landed directly on me. It hit my forearm. And then because it hit my arm first, like I kid you not, my hands were not up. My hands were directly in front of me. That's down. Right. Like they were not up. And it just hit my arm and I had to catch it because it like I was just going off instinct, you know, don't drop it or whatever.
Right, sure.
Yeah, and I caught it and I was like, oh Lord.
Oh my God.
And people are like, oh, it's perfect because you are next. You are getting married next. And everyone was freaking out. And I was like, oh, don't make a big deal.
Now you have to get married.
Yeah, well, I guess that's the rules.
You know what the weirdest thing I think about weddings are?
Yeah.
Is the garter belt thing.
Dude, they did that there, and I was like,
Did
they
they?
did, and they forced my fiance to try and catch it. He was so uncomfortable. He same thing as me, just did not even try. Didn't even, he's like, my hands are not up for that.
That's funny.
It's so weird. There was so they threw it both at the same time, the flowers and the garter belt. Is that a thing? That was my first time seeing that.
I guess you could.
They crossed over one another in the air. The flowers went flying in one direction, the garter belt in the other way. And I just remember this, there was children present at this wedding too, and kids were watching the whole garter belt thing go down. And I'm like, and it was so awkward. I was like, it's weird. It's weird.
Did they actually take off the garter belt in front of everyone?
Yes! He went under the dress, and I was like,
no.
You want to hear a bad story about that? When I was a kid, it was the first wedding I can remember ever going to. I don't know. I was probably 4 or 5 years old, maybe. I, who did not know anybody at this wedding, was forced to take the garter belt off.
What?
As a child, yes. And I mean, I remember this, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm doing this or why it's important. And then I had the garter belt. We kept it on a shelf in our house for whatever reason for a long time. I don't know whatever happened to it.
That's odd.
I agree.
Yeah, creepy.
Oh my. So Larissa, how was your art?
Yeah, let's shift that tone here again.
Yeah, let's shift it on over to some nice art.
Yeah. So I had an art show. That was a lot of fun. It was a beautiful weekend for it. It was one of the first weekends where a lot of the summer shows, it's really hot outside, so you're just kind of suffering through it, but everyone loves a good summer show. But this one, I can just sit back, and it felt like I was hanging out on my back porch, just relaxing and lounging, the breeze coming across, the sun was out, but it wasn't too hot. I was wearing sleeves, I wasn't sweating too much. It was a great day, and I had a lot of fun talking to anyone that was at my booth, so that's what's been going on in the art scene. And then, of course, I've got another show coming up, too, this weekend. And fingers crossed that goes well, too. But we're starting the indoor season now. So
did you do well?
Well, it was a day. Some of them are better than others. And anyone who's tried to get into the art fair scene knows that some shows are just not for you. And it's a risk every time you go to a new show. And you won't find out until you go there.
I think the problem with this most recent show, because I was there, too, was that it's just the people.
Right.
And
not my audience.
Yeah, it's not the audience. It's a lot of people. I've noticed that at shows, the people who have a lot of money that normally are well off do more window shopping than the people who are just hey, I got a couple bucks to spend. I'll buy a sticker or a button or something like that. As opposed to the people that are oh, I'm sorry, I was looking for a one-of-a-kind $2,000 piece to hang up in my foyer.
Gotcha. Huh.
Yeah, they weren't buying anything in general, so
wow.
it's,
No.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But it was fun.
Well, that's good. That's, the most important thing.
Absolutely. And my sister came out and showed up, so that was really nice. I love when family or friends come out and support.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what our topic today, I know this is kind of a hard shift, as some might say, but it kind of blends in with Steph's bouquet catching, that felt like a scramble or a rough and tough kind of situation. You were braving the elements of the wedding to try to catch that flower bouquet that you really didn't care for.
Try.
But mixing that with the season that we're in right now, football season. So this week, I thought it'd be a fun kind of idea to involve football into this because, sports are sometimes a nerdy thing for people. Some people really nerd out in sports. They have, game days where they all get together and their buddies and they all cosplay their favorite football players.
What? Oh, I was like, huh? And then I realized.
Yeah, wear the jerseys,
Yeah.
and they paint their faces to match their team colors and they get really into it.
I get you now. Yeah.
Sometimes you wear a wig and a cheese hat.
Absolutely. But one of the best things about football season is fantasy football. And there's no better way to have fantasy football as a team than to involve fantasy itself. And so what I'd like to do today with you guys is have us create fantasy football teams, but specifically with Super Smash Bros. Characters.
Whoa.
Interesting.
What do you guys think about that? You guys think that's a fun idea? You guys think that's good?
Absolutely.
Wow, that's different. I don't know. Has anyone ever done that before?
I think we're
Probably.
innovators. I think we are kind of, setting the tone for everybody in the future. They can take this idea if they want. We're just kind of like,
pioneering it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, I like it.
But that's what we do here at Shifting Tones. We're pioneers.
It'll be interesting to see how this works.
I love how Sam thought we were innovators, and right away I'm just like, no, this has probably been done already.
Oh, guarantee this has been done like 100 times probably.
Okay, listen, no, in my head, I've never seen it done, or I've never seen it done by anyone else. So in my mind, this is brand new. No one else has done it. If I don't see it, I don't have proof.
Wow.
See no evil.
Exactly.
Okay, well, let me give you guys a little breakdown of how this is going to go and the rules.
Okay.
So we are going to be building our fantasy football team using Smash characters, and we're going to have the list of every Super Smash Brothers character available to us. So technically there's about 69 main characters. That includes like the different Mii fighters that you can have, the different Pokemon from the Pokemon trainer, and a few others. So it comes out to about 69. And then we will include the additional 12 DLC characters as well, or 13, 14, depending on Steve and Alex, Banjo and Kazooie, Pyra and Mytheria.
Okay.
All these, yes. So you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
So I've sent you guys a link. You guys should have the link for all the Smash Bros. Characters in front of you.
Yes.
Do we want to give our audience the list as well?
Yeah, we'll copy this link and put it on our social media so that you can look at all the characters. And then, so what we're going to do is we're going to build our team. And since I've been doing fantasy football actually myself for the past few years, kind of have a little bit of understanding, not like others where they actually bet on it and make it like a full-blown thing, but I do it for fun.
You did have a money pool this year of $10.
Whoa, high
total
baller.
$100 grand prize. I know, wild.
Either way, it's fun. It's a fun little thing to do. So here are the characters the players that you will be drafting for your fantasy football team, okay? That you're looking to pick. Number one, you're going to have one quarterback on your team. Because we're not doing a bench, by the way. I'm not going to do a bench of players since this isn't like weekly, and it doesn't matter
That's
if
fair.
people are injured or not. We'll just, okay. So one quarterback, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 1 kicker, and 1 flex spot, which can be either a wide receiver, running back, or tight end. And then also a defense. The way we're going to make the defense work is we're going to pick an entire universe from Smash. So, the Castlevania universe or the Mario universe or Donkey Kong or whatever as your defense.
I see.
Yeah, just, we're not going to pick individual characters for them. Just random characters from the universe can be the defense.
That makes sense. Because that would be kind of hard to put together a defense team.
Yeah, we'd run out of characters real quick, I think.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, cool. So, do you guys have any questions?
As of right now, no. I guess my biggest question... Wow, okay, I lied. I completely lied. I have a question.
You're a liar. Go. Yes, liar. What's your question?
Who's starting? How are we starting it? How's the order going to go?
That is a great question. Actually, I have thought about that ahead of time, Steph. I have a fantasy football draft order randomizer.
Oh, well, thank
where
God.
Every round, every round I'm going to click generate a random draft order, and that will be the way we pick. So sometimes people might pick back to back. Hopefully it should be different most rounds, but there will probably be some repeats here and there. So
okay.
Sounds good.
Oof.
You guys ready to get going?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Ooh. I feel like I have certain characters in mind, but it's almost like, oh God, what position do I put them in? There's like,
I know I have my favorites.
Right, I got fave Smash Bros characters, but I'm like, oh God, are they gonna be good as like a tight end? Like, what?
Right.
Like, right? Yeah, okay. It'll be interesting to see how this goes, and I want to know, like, who do you want on your team?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
I have a couple in mind. I think it'll be fun. When you pick your character, explain why you're picking him so we can have some little, talking, so it's not just us saying a name and, boring people.
Like, explain, like, why you're picking him for that certain, like, position.
That's exactly what I just said, yep.
Well, no, okay, I'm clarifying. Excuse you. I have to sometimes clarify in my own words.
Steph, today we're going to put on our listening ears, okay?
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Oh, no.
All right, I'm going to hit the random generator and let's get going.
All right.
Okay. The order for this round is Steph, Larissa, Sam.
Oh, well, thank God, because I was like, I'm going to be pissed if you guys take my characters.
Oh, no.
Okay.
All right, Steph.
Okay.
Who are you picking in what position?
Looking at all the characters available, I got to go with my boy, Dr. Mario. That is my main.
All right.
I'm a Dr. Mario main. Love him. I know that is like the wildest thing anyone has probably ever said.
I mean, you're a spammer, so I don't know if it's that wild.
Oof.
But okay, to be fair, I'm going to do Dr. Mario, and I'm going to put him as my quarterback.
What?
You're putting Dr. Mario as your quarterback.
Listen, it sounds wild, but bear with me as I just thought about it because
Okay,
I'm a main.
all right,
Okay,
sure.
I have an idea. It's
Okay.
formulating. Bear with me.
Sure.
So,
I mean, I guess he throws the pills.
Yeah, exactly. He throws the pills, and boy, can he throw them. So he could throw a football.
I guess fair enough, but
He's a doctor, and he's really smart, so he can make plays.
sure.
I'm pretty sure when he throws the pills, though, they usually land like 2 feet in front of him, and then they bounce multiple times.
Nah.
I think that's a fumble waiting to happen.
Nah. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's just a little guy, too. I know a lot of,
he can sneak past everybody when he has to run the ball himself.
Okay.
He's great. I don't know what you guys are on. This was a great pick. I'm so glad I went number 1 to get my boy.
Oh my god. All right. Okay.
Yeah, Larissa, you're next.
Oh no, that's right. So I do have my favorites too, but I don't know if my main favorite should be a quarterback necessarily. Let's see. So I do love my good Fire Emblem characters. I'm just making sure he's on this list.
You don't have to pick a quarterback first. Steph just made that decision. You can pick a
Right. No,
quarterback
I know.
whenever.
I'm just trying to think of a good position for him in my head. Man, I should have thought about this a little bit more.
Oh, also, let's write, if you guys can remember your people or write them down so that we can keep track of this to post later. All right, Larissa, who do you got?
I'm going to go with Ness as my kicker.
Whoa.
Ness as your kicker.
Wait,
Interesting.
why?
You're starting with the kicker. Why and why Ness?
Because doesn't he kick that soccer ball?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I guess.
I thought that was one of his special moves.
Does he have the soccer ball or is he Lucas? I don't know. I mean, this is you. You were so confident.
No, I know. I forgot because I played the melee version of it the most. And so Ness and Lucas, their movesets were kind of just combined.
Let's see. Lucas kicks a smash, a soccer ball. It looks like
It's Lucas? Okay. Can I renege that a little bit then and say Lucas?
That's fine. I'll allow it. I don't know if the host will allow it for today, but I'm allowing it.
This is tough. I think I will allow it because I'm like 90% sure it's Lucas. So,
Right.
so yeah, we'll go with that's fine. You can have Lucas as your kicker.
Right, because one of them kicks the soccer
Okay.
ball, and it seems natural because it's a very super powerful, like ultra kind of soccer ball moment. And I don't know, seems like he can aim it pretty well, and he'll make it every time.
Nice.
Okay, listener, if you're listening and Lucas is not the right answer for
I
the one who
swear.
kicks the soccer ball, let us know in the comments down below or whatever you say in a podcast. Let us know somehow. Roast Larissa.
Yeah, none of us are Lucas mains, obviously.
But that is the good thing. Sorry about this real quick before I continue. We all play Smash. Every year we have a Halloween party where we get together and we have a Smash tournament. So are any of us great? I mean, we're okay. We're definitely not like tournament people, but we know our characters. So
For the most part.
for the most part. Okay, so I'm going to go and I'm going to start with a running back. I think it's smart to build a strong running back lead. I think they get a lot of points in the game.
Right.
And there's no better running back than Sonic the Hedgehog.
You son of a bitch. That was my second choice.
Oh, sucks to suck.
Okay.
Yeah. Sonic's got a lot of points. I think all the announcers and all the game analysts are talking about him, saying that he's got big game this year. And luckily, in Smash, as of right now, I don't think there's like a Shadow or a Knuckles or anything like that. So
No, I don't think so.
Sonic is a
Dang.
lock-in for
Gotta go fast.
absolutely got to go fast.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Okay.
I think you stole one of Steph's characters.
Sucks to suck. Okay, I'm going to hit the generate draft order. So that's our first round.
Okay.
We have, I'm not going to recap every time, I don't
Sure.
think, but Steph, you have
Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario as your quarterback, Larissa,
Yes. Lucas as my kicker.
Lucas as a kicker, and I have Sonic as a running back. Okay, next order. Sam, Steph, Larissa.
Wow. Someone's cheating over here.
Look, I can share my screen if you want.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead. Pick your next one.
My next one, I think I'm going to pick a wide receiver.
Okay.
And I thought about this for a while, and I think this is the easiest wide receiver pick I could choose, and that's going to be Kirby.
Oh.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense. Explain, though.
Okay, Kirby can float over the defense and get to the spot he needs and jump up in the air really high. And then he can expand his mouth to a wide opening and just grab the ball in there and run it. He's got it safe.
Right.
He's good to go. He can catch anything. I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
I think he's the right pick for this.
I mean, I guess his only vulnerability is if someone punches him, the ball drops out of his mouth and he fumbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a risk I'm willing to take. But
Okay.
if he goes down, I mean, he can just turn into the football.
That's fair.
If he swallows it. Yeah. Boom. All right.
Okay.
Steph, what's your next pick?
My next pick is actually also going to be a wide receiver,
Good choice.
and it is going to be the Villager
Villager.
Oh.
because he's got
okay.
a net. He's just a little dude.
Okay.
He's just a little dude.
All
He could just
right.
run past the defense, or it might be kind of hard
Okay.
to tackle, that little guy. And then he just has a net to catch the ball.
That's fair.
Yeah.
The logic's there. It's an interesting choice. I don't know if my brain made that connection.
Well, I mean,
but
look
okay.
at the list. If you scroll down, he literally is shown holding a net in the picture.
Right. I don't know. He doesn't seem very tough, though.
Well, he's just a little guy. How could you tackle that?
Just a little guy. Isn't his jump, doesn't he get like a helmet on his head too with balloons or something?
Oh, he floats. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Good call
right.
on that.
That's very Kirby-like for sure.
Addition.
Yeah, solid 7.5 pick there. Larissa, you are up next. Who are you picking and what position? What's going on? What's the vibe?
Absolutely. And this one might be an interesting choice for you guys as well. But I thought about it while I was trying to come up with my idea for my kicker. And I scrolled past him and I'm like, he'd be a good guy for this position. I'm going to pick Wario
Oh.
for my running back.
Wario for your running
that's
back.
actually
Why?
really.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Okay.
He's so thick though.
No,
He's-
exactly.
Right, no, but exactly, he's very thick. It's going to be very hard to take him down. But one of his movesets is a motorcycle, and that is one of the fastest movesets to speed you across the screen
Wow.
in the entire universe. I don't know anyone faster
That's
than that.
good. That's pretty good.
Except for Sonic.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like Wario's is faster than Sonic's. So you got to charge that. Wario's motorcycle just goes.
I like it.
Fair enough.
That was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good pick. All right. So, yeah, you know what? I am going to recap the rounds because I think it's important for the listener.
Okay.
So I chose I chose Kirby. Yep, that's right. As my wide receiver. Steph, you chose
Villager.
Villager. Yep, as your wide receiver. And Larissa, you chose Wario as a running back.
Correct.
Okay, cool. I'm going to hit generate draft order and
Ooh,
let's see what's
please. Me.
up. Larissa, Steph, Sam.
Okay. Well,
Oh, I get to pick first.
Okay.
It is fun that it's been different every
That
time,
is.
so that's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess he's not cheating.
I'm just trying to remember a little bit of a recap Sam used to explain how football works for me and what positions are best for each body type. So I'm just kind of running through that in my head. Let me go.
And if you need a reference, I've put the positions in the Discord too.
Right. Yes, absolutely. That is very helpful for me. But you didn't put like body types that you typically put in those sort of like positions. So I'm going to go with, and if I remember this correctly, Bowser for my tight end.
Oh.
Oh, going with Bowser as
How
a tight
come?
end. Okay.
Because he's a big guy and he makes short passes. It seems like he's got a lot of force for that, but he's not going to move very fast. But the defense is not going to kick him down very quickly, especially if we all know if we play Mario Kart, like he is the heaviest. So like if you're trying to like bump him to try and move him out of the way, it doesn't happen. Like he is not going anywhere.
Oh. That's an interesting one. I don't think I would have picked Bowser at all.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So a tight end is kind of a hybrid between a lineman and a receiver. So they have to be usually a little bit bulkier. They catch the short passes. I don't know if you watch football at all, Steph.
Yeah, I used to a lot as a kid and in high school.
Okay. So yeah, they're the ones that are usually catching like the 5-yard, 8-yard passes just to get down the field a little bit. They're kind of like a second receiver or an extra receiver, I should say.
My step cousin's in the NFL, so watch
right.
yourself.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
I'll check my privilege at the
Yep.
door.
Is
Yeah,
it my
it's
turn?
yours.
Okay, cool.
Yes, Steph.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. Looking at the list, I saw another boy that I love. Don't play him much, but I do still love him. I want him to be
Okay.
my kicker. As you've noticed,
Okay,
I've been
okay.
using the pronoun he, so that gives you a little bit of a hint.
Mm-hmm.
I want Luigi. Luigi.
Oh, Luigi's kick. Yeah,
Kick,
that's good.
Because his taunt is like a little kick. Remember, like, when you taunt
right.
as Luigi, he does, like, he puts his hands behind his back and he kicks? I'm like, dude's a kicker. That's the only reason, so.
Dude is a kicker. You're not wrong.
So he is my kicker.
Good choice.
Okay, good choice, yeah.
Woohoo!
All right, so next I'm going to choose, since I haven't picked one yet, my quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was looking at the characters, I saw that on the DLC list is Min Min from the game ARMS, I believe.
Okay.
But then I started looking at Min Min, and I don't think they have actual like hands to throw a ball. It looks like they have equipment attached to the end of him. So I don't think that's what I'm going to go with.
Oh.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with my original choice when thinking about this. And I think this is a pretty good, solid pick. I'm going to go with Donkey Kong.
Oh.
For your quarterback?
For my quarterback, look at his muscles. Look at
Interesting.
his arms. This guy,
Oh,
he can pick up a
that's
barrel
fair.
and throw
That's
it like
fair.
100 yards. Like,
That's true. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fair. I get
I know
you.
he's a beefy boy, but
Mhm.
like just because he's beefy doesn't mean he's not agile. And you know
Right.
that barrel, just throwing the barrel is what pretty much.
Right. He does have his own platformer game, so he's got to have a little bit of agility there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like just generic like the humans I could have picked, I guess, to throw the
Right.
ball. So, but I think Donkey Kong was a solid choice.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
Okay, so I chose Donkey Kong as my quarterback. Steph, you chose
Luigi.
Luigi as your kicker, and Larissa, you chose.
Bowser as my tight end.
Perfect. All right.
Mhm.
On to the next round.
Me first.
Oh, sorry. This one is Larissa, Sam, Steph.
Wow, I get to go first again. The odds are in my favor.
The odds are not in my favor.
I know. I'm so sorry, Steph.
You suck.
So I'm going to pick another running back.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Bayonetta.
Bayonetta is your running back?
She's fast, right?
Yeah, she's very fast, and one of her movesets is to teleport.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That'd be a crazy thing to witness.
So
in a
she
game.
can go very fast across the screen to make sure that she gets that touchdown, and no one can do anything about it because she's disappeared into thin air.
Sneaky.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
I guess that's
Yeah.
fair. Okay, so I've picked one quarterback, one wide receiver, and one running back. I think I'm going to pick another running back before all the good ones are gone.
Mm-hmm.
And for my next running back, I'm going to pick Falco.
Falco. He's very fast.
His
yeah.
dash ability is so fast.
That is pretty
He
good.
gets cross screen in under a second. He's also, I mean, he's part bird. I don't know if he can actually fly. Like,
Probably.
he has that like spin move he can do, and he can fly, and I think he's just really quick, and I think he's agile, and I think he's the right move. I mean, I could have picked Falco, Wolf, or Fox, but I think
Sure.
Falco is the best option for speed.
Yeah, he's definitely, I think, faster than Wolf and the other guy as well. So
Fox, yeah. They all have their strengths. So
sure, absolutely.
okay, continue.
My
Yeah,
turn?
Steph, your turn. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to do my tight end, my one and only boy.
Okay.
Another boy, on the list. But
Absolutely.
this boy, he's a little chunky, blocky fella. He's gonna be Minecraft Steve for my tight end. He's a little blocky boy, hard to take him down, and then when he catches the ball,
guess.
he's in that minecart, baby, pew, down the field.
That's fair.
Quick question though,
What?
Steph, on Minecraft Steve.
Yeah.
Does Minecraft Steve canonically have hands?
Well, yeah, he holds the pickaxes.
It's kind of like if you think about how like physics works, where like technically if you get into the quantum level, we're not actually touching anything. He's just got like some sort of like force to like hold things.
And that force can hold the ball.
It kind of looks like it just goes through their
Nope,
hands,
nope.
actually, if I remember correctly. No?
Nope.
Okay.
He will hold it, and then he'll go in the little minecart down the field. Make those tracks, and boom, touchdown. That's a tight end.
If that's what you think.
Oh, yes,
Steph,
I do.
Okay. All right. Minecraft Steve. All right, so Steph chose Minecraft Steve as her tight end. I chose Falco as my running back. And Larissa, you chose...
Bayonetta as my running back because she's one of my favorite characters to play. And man, whenever I need to get around spammers, it's good to use her.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, well, Sam is one too. He
I
doesn't
don't
like
spam.
to admit it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yes,
whoa,
you
whoa,
do.
whoa, 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 whoa. Let me defend myself real quick. I do not spam. I am a solid all-around player. I use shields.
Sure.
I jump around. My strategy is don't get involved when it's a group fight. I stay off to the side and let everybody else kill themselves. Then I come in to try to finish the job.
It's cheap.
It's not cheap. It's smart. Okay, let me generate the next order. Steph, Sam, Larissa.
Yes, finally. Okay.
I have not gone first in a while, so.
Well, okay. I need a running back. I've not yet done that, and I've got 2 open spots on the team.
Oh.
Oof. Maybe because somebody took my only one that I wanted.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Either way, I was thinking about it. I was debating. I was trying to think, oh God, who can I choose to run the ball down the field? And I'm thinking Dark Pit, baby. He's got wings. He could just fly.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
Those wings can carry his feet down the field.
Oh, that's a pretty good choice. I think that's a solid pick. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
That's it.
Dark Pit, that's it. Just Dark
Just
Pit.
Dark
Okay.
Pit.
All right. Next up, I think this is where I'm going to pick my tight end.
Okay.
And I think, like I said, it's kind of a lineman / receiver. And they don't need to be fast, but they need to be able to catch the ball and they need to be able to tough it out, be able to push through a little bit. So that's why I'm going to go with Ganondorf as my tight end.
Oh.
Like I said, he's not fast, but he just needs to make it like 5 or 6 yards
Yeah.
and hold on to the ball. So
He's chunky.
he's chunky, and I thought about him as a kicker because he has that really charged up kick as like one of his
it's pretty
smash
good.
moves. But
Yeah.
I think Ganon as a tight end is a good pick.
Yeah, solid.
Okay, Larissa, what are you going for? What's your next pick?
So I think this is the ultimate brain power move. You know that meme where it has you go to galaxy
Oh
moment?
yeah.
You guys are missing out on this. Guys, I think I'm going to go with Wii Fit Trainer for my quarterback.
Oh, interesting. Why?
Why?
She just seems very smart, strategic. She's a teacher by nature, so she's going to be able to coach the players and everything.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's very quick. Her moveset's really well-rounded, I would say. And she's just a good, agile person that's smart and will be able to communicate well. And will fit in any sort of position if she needs to fill in that role at that
I
time.
do feel like she is very athletic and has sports in her forte. I think one of her moves is
Right.
a soccer ball, a headbutt or something like that. So good choice. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Wow.
I messed up though. I really should have put Ryu or Ken as my tight end or Richter or something like that. It's fine. So whatever.
I'm surprised you haven't picked your favorite main character yet.
I don't think they really fit the role. Oh, wait, no, they do. Okay, I will. Don't worry.
Okay. All right.
Recap the round.
So, Steph, you picked...
Dark Pit as a running back.
Yes. Good choice.
Okay, I picked Ganon as my tight end. And Larissa, you picked Wii Fit Trainer as your quarterback?
Quarterback. Yes, correct.
Late pick on the quarterback.
I know. I had to sneak it in. I had to make a lot of good choices. I wanted to make sure I got my fast characters down right away because we all learned the lesson from Steph. If you don't go get them right away, they're going to be
I
gone.
wasn't fast enough.
No.
Not fast enough. Not like Sonic.
No.
Nope.
Okay, so let me generate the next order. Sam, Larissa, Steph.
Ugh. Okay.
Interesting. Sorry, Steph.
Okay, so I'm looking at what I need, and I could get another wide receiver. I think who I want is going to stay open, so I'm not too worried. So I'm going to get my kicker right away. And who I'm going to pick for my kicker? It's easy. Captain Falcon.
Right. I was waiting for him to drop.
Captain Falcon. He'll show you his moves. It's one of his lines. And he's got a great kick. I know his punch is his thing is Falco Punch, but
Right.
he does have a great kick move, and he's a quick guy. He could have been a running back. I mean, Captain Falcon could have literally been any position, and he would have been fine.
Maybe not a tight end.
Maybe not a tight end, but I think he's a great person for the kicker. And statistically speaking, he is your stereotypical kicker. He's a scrawny white guy, so I think he fits the role pretty good.
Yeah, I think he used to play soccer back in the day.
He's ready. Larissa, what about you? What are you picking?
What am I picking? Well, my favorite characters, they're from the Fire Emblem series. I've never actually played them, which is a real travesty because of how much I am obsessed with them.
Oh, Fire Emblem's so good.
I know. What am I doing? So, and I think all I have left are my wide receivers. I'm going to go with my boy, Roy.
Roy's our boy. Roy's our boy.
Roy's our boy.
Well, maybe your boy.
So explain to me, though, why you're choosing Roy as a wide receiver.
I think it works if you really think about it. They're just stable characters doing what they need to do.
Absolutely.
Not the fastest, but they're very strong.
Makes sense.
Fair enough. Okay, Steph, you're up. What's your next pick?
Oh, well, finally. I think I previously had mentioned I had one running back, Dark Pit. Well, I gotta do another running back. How about we just go with Pit? I mean, both winged little fellas.
Fair enough.
Light and dark going at it. You have the good running back and then the dark running back, one maybe who plays a little more dirty than the other one.
Okay.
Ooh. Maybe Dark Pit gets a little more fouls than a regular Pit does, or whatever, penalties.
Kind of like good cop, bad cop almost.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Good running back, bad running back. So we're going to do Pit. Might as well.
Fair enough. Okay. This round, I chose Captain Falcon as my kicker.
Yes.
Yep.
Your favorite.
Larissa, you chose Roy as your wide receiver.
Correct.
And Steph, you chose other Pit as your running back.
Yes.
See, I would have chosen the Pits as wide receivers because they can fly and catch the ball.
Yeah, but they could fly past the competition while running.
Right.
Not if they get shut down.
That's fair.
Okay, let's go on to the next round. Ba-ba-doop-ba-bo. Okay, Larissa, Sam, Steph.
Ooh, I get to pick first again?
Dang.
Wait, was that the same order as last round?
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's a randomizer.
It's true. Okay, all right.
Maybe. We don't know.
We can go again, though. If Steph really wants an opportunity to go
It's
first
fine.
again.
Go. I'm just being bitter.
Oh, man. So, I'm going to go with Marth as my second wide receiver.
Oh.
As the generic Fire Emblem characters as your receivers. Interesting. Okay.
Well, they're just quick and agile. Like I said, they're just very stable. Like, they got themselves together. I feel and trust in their composure to catch the ball and not have to worry about fumbling it. Like, some of these players out there, some days they get too cocky and then they just drop the ball. Like, no, they're not going to do that. They're going to follow the quarterback's instructions and they're going to be great.
Fair enough. I mean, I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the list of characters, and I'm like, man, the one position I didn't think was going to be hard to pick, I was like, there's so many different, like, tight ends I feel like I could have picked.
Right.
You haven't chosen a tight end yet, Steph, have you?
It is Minecraft Steve, excuse you.
Sorry, I forgot you.
And didn't you pick a tight end
I picked
too,
one, yeah.
Ganondorf?
Yeah, but I'm looking at the list. I'm like, man, a lot of these people could be good tight ends.
Absolutely.
Okay, so next I'm going to pick another position, and looking at what I have left, I do need another wide receiver. Who would be a good wide receiver? I've been kind of looking through the list of what we have left over, and I'm thinking, just based on what I'm seeing here, this is tough actually. I'm probably going to have to go with Greninja.
Oh.
For what position?
Wide receiver.
Because of his tongue?
He's sneaky, and he's got like webbed hands, so I feel like he's got like the grip already built in.
Right. He's not going to fumble.
Right.
Good grippers.
I don't know if I would say that stuff.
That almost kind of sounds like a Deflategate situation. Like, is that cheating that he's using his slime to catch
Absolutely
that ball?
not. Steph's running backs are flying over people.
It's fair.
So, yeah, flying backs, not running backs.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
no, I think Greninja's a solid choice. I was looking at the other Pokemon, and I think, with the sticky hands potentially, the tongue even, is something that can catch with. But he's quick. He can, like, juke out people. He can do spin moves, and he can jump pretty high to catch a ball if he needs to. So,
Right.
I think overall he's a well-rounded character, yeah.
Yeah, no Butterfingers there.
Yeah. Yeah, last place Steph. You get to go next.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. I got 2 more picks. I'm going to finish off my wide receiver because I already have Villager as my first one. My second wide receiver, I believe. Okay, hear me out. This might be a little crazy. I'm going to do Pokemon Trainer.
Oof.
Interesting.
Oof.
Okay, I know. This sounds crazy, but hear me out.
It does.
Because technically, he has control over Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard. So isn't that like 3 people down there at the same time that could all potentially catch?
Technically, in the game, he can only use 1 at a time.
Okay, let's pretend that maybe he could use 3.
No, I think we have to base it off of the game mechanics.
I will say that you can throw out 1 at a time. You can change who you throw.
Okay, all right.
Okay, but he has the options, right? He could throw out Charizard to catch a high pass over, right? He could throw out Ivysaur, and he could catch it with the vines. It's a valid choice.
What I'll say is he's a 10-year-old boy, a 10-year-old scrawny little boy, and he has to be able to throw the Pokeball over the defense and over everybody without getting tackled.
That's fine.
And then the Pokemon come out to catch it.
He'll live.
So, okay.
He'll live.
I mean...
It's valid. I think it would work. I think okay.
We'll debate this.
I don't like the negativity here.
I thought about it, and I just don't think it's valid. I really thought about it. I looked at it, I'm like, oh, that'd be a good, like, wide receiver or something. No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, our audience will let us know, so we'll see what the truth comes out to be. Don't worry, Steph. Maybe they'll defend you.
Yeah, they better.
All right. So that completes that round.
Mm-hmm.
So let's recap a little bit. I chose Greninja as my wide receiver. Larissa, you chose...
I chose Marth as my wide receiver.
Steph, you chose...
Pokemon Trainer is my wide receiver.
Okay, so we all picked a wide receiver that round. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. All right. So let's see how many picks we have left.
I think we picked all of our positions.
No, we have a flex spot,
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about the flex spot.
Nobody chose a flex.
which is fine. I mean, the flex is there because you can pick anything. So, again, wide receiver, running back, or tight end. And our defense, but I think we're going to save the defense for last for everybody.
Right.
So, okay, I generated the last order. It goes Sam, Steph, Larissa. So for this next one, my flex spot, I'm going to pick another running back. As much as I wanted to pick a tight end because there's so many of them, like I was like, oh man, Incineroar would have been a fantastic tight end, or like Simon or Ryu. I'm going to pick a running back, and I'm going to pick Sheik.
No, I was going to do that.
Oh man, sorry. Sheik is so good. She's fast.
She's so good.
She's agile. She can teleport. She can sprint really fast. She can jump over people. She's got acrobatic skills. She's super cool and she's super good. And I think she's like the best possible choice for this position. So easy flex position, Sheik.
All right, fair enough.
All right.
Okay.
Steph, hit us up. What do you got?
This is gonna sound absolutely wild.
More wild than the Pokemon Trainer.
Maybe so. For my flex spot, I'm gonna do the position of wide receiver once more.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'm gonna choose Piranha Plant.
What?
Steph, I have to break something to you really quick.
Yeah.
I don't think Piranha Plant can move.
Are you for real?
I mean, I guess in the DLC, since it's a character, I assume it probably jumps from like in its body
Right.
plant. I have not played with it yet.
Wait, so I can't okay, I was choosing it because I had a big mouth to catch the ball, and then I thought it went
Right.
underground.
Well, he has to move. So I think that makes sense. It is pretty wild. I think that's pretty clever.
Does he not go underground?
I don't know. He definitely doesn't go underground. I
I was thinking because he was a plant, he could go under the turf and get the
You think
touchdown.
there's just gonna be pipes popping up all over the field?
Well,
you
is
know?
there not? I don't know how Piranha Plant works.
I don't either.
You know what? I don't care. I'll stand by
I'll
it.
let you re-choose.
No, I'll stand by it.
It's an interesting choice.
I'll double down.
Okay.
If anything, he can catch the ball with his big old mouth and extend
Absolutely.
up, right? With the plant,
Right.
he has to have a good reach because he reaches to bite down stuff. So yeah, I'm doubling down. Piranha Plant.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Larissa, who are you picking for your flex spot?
For my flex spot, I'm just looking over my characters, and there's some good ones on here that weren't picked yet. But I'm going to go also with another running back. Or no, maybe a wide receiver.
okay.
I'm going to go with a
Uh-oh.
wide receiver.
Wide receiver, okay.
I think my wide receivers are a little too stable. I need to throw in another one that's a little bit more quick-witted,
Yeah, shift the tone.
can really move that ball really fast. I'm going to go with everyone's least favorite character for tournament play, Meta Knight. He is broken.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's true. He is very, very fast. He has this blinking. He can do his little spin thing where he kind of does a little tunnel-looking thing when he goes, and he can fly partially.
So broken.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good pick. I think that's a solid choice.
Yeah.
I'm surprised none of you went with, like I said, Wolf or Fox
No.
as an additional running back.
Nah.
They're just not my favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, they're solid, but I never pick them to play with unless I just get bored and want to play with all of the different random characters. They're just there.
Or I thought about Pikachu as a running back because he can
Yeah, do the Thunderbolt or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. So that's all of the positions, right? And then we just need defense as our last.
Yes. And so, like
Yeah.
I said, for defense, 11 players for your defense. So 11 characters from any of these universes. All right. So I'm going to hit the generator.
Please be. Please be first. I already know. Please, please, please. Be first. Me.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Steph,
Okay. Yes.
Larissa, Sam.
Yes. Okay. Immediate defense is the Sonic universe.
Okay.
Of course.
For defense.
Of course. They're always defending Green Hill Zone and protecting the little animals from
Right.
Mr. Dr. Eggman. So, yeah, Sonic universe.
Yeah, until Bowser just steamrolls
Right.
over them.
No, they've got the Chaos Emeralds also. Excuse you. Sonic universe. I'm doubling down. That's what it is.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Larissa, who are you picking as your defense? Which universe?
Right. I'm not quite prepared for this, but I'm looking at them all, and a lot of them seem a lot more like agile. Like they're really good positions for like the offensive side.
Yeah, but think of like all the characters in that universe. You know?
Right. No, that's what I'm trying to do right now, and I just want some big beefy guys out there in the field. So I think I'm gonna go with the Donkey Kong universe.
Oh, I was thinking about the Donkey Kong universe. I think that's a solid move, especially after watching the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Right.
There's some big beefy, Donkey Kong members that I think would be a pretty good solid defense. I don't think you need Diddy Kong out there, but I think most of the other ones would be pretty good.
Yeah, none of the little guns.
Okay. All right, for my defense, I don't know, I feel like this is a little bit cheaty, but I think I'm going to have to go with the Pokemon universe.
Oh,
all right.
That's fair. That's smart.
Yeah, so I'm talking the biggest. I'm gonna put a Whale Lord out there. I'm gonna put like Giratina. I'm gonna put the one that's just a giant. Isn't there one that's just like made out of concrete?
You could put Steelix out there.
Steelix, yeah. There's my defense is solid.
That's
lots
fair.
of choices there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, I think after doing these fantasy teams, I think we have some pretty solid teams. I think there's some weaknesses out there in all of ours.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
But I think this was really fun. I think we had a good time making our teams. So if you want to see our full teams and our full lists, we will have that out on our social media.
Yes.
By the time this episode comes out, so you should see our teams. And then something I would like to do for fun as well is, if we have the opportunity, I'd like to put our teams, I think minus our defense, into a Smash simulator, like the ones you can do on the Switch, and have all of the characters battle it out in a 24-person tournament style and see which character comes out on top. And whichever character comes out on top will represent us as a team, and we'll have a first, second, and third place winners.
I like that. You're going down.
Also, if you would like, you can let us know which team you think would win in a battle. We can put a poll out on Twitter or Threads or something like that, or you can just tell us in the comments which one you think is the strongest team, or who would you pick? What would your team be? Let us know, and we would love to hear it. So thank you guys again for listening so much. Follow us on social media at Shifting Tones Pod, wherever you can find us. I'm Sir Captain Sam. You can find Steph at Spiffy Steffi and Larissa at larissa.schaefer. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.